What's going on, guys? Visor here, and we're back with another Goalbound video. In today's video, we're doing a shooting guide, how to shoot on AI, and some tips for player GK. So, we help both worlds. If you guys find this video helpful, be sure to like, comment down below, let me know. Subscribe, it helps the channel. We're super close to 10K. I know we can hit it before the end of the year. We're like under 30 subs, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, 30 subs from hitting it. So once again, it means so much to me if you guys just go down there, hit it, hit 10K. And yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into anything, I'm letting you know right now, the jumping shots that we used to have, they completely removed it. It's completely gutted. It's pretty much useless. This is only really good for like passing in the air, or like being like having enough time to pass in the air. But besides that, that's pretty much all it's good for, right? So just letting you know, if you're trying to like jump and shoot, don't do it unless you're pretty close to box and like you're going against like a player GK and like they're playing pretty aggro, then you could probably make it work. But right there, it just doesn't work on AI. Okay. All right. So first things first, we have curve shot. Those of you that didn't know, there's 3 ways to score on AI and player GK efficiently. That is curve shots, volley shots, and obviously using your style skill shots, right? If you have like line shot, view for destruction, curve shot, right, rinse curve shot, right, those types of shots are really good and probably the easiest way to score on like regular and player GKs, right, or AI and player GK, sorry. So first things first with curve shot, right? Pretty simple. You're just gonna hold your button, hold left, or hold your shooting button, hold left or right, A or D, and let go, and you're gonna do a curve shot. Nothing too crazy. This is just like how it was before the game got reworked. How to score with it, you're gonna get as close to the box as possible. I prefer you be in the box when you're doing this, but if you can't get into the box, I'm pretty sure you could do it right outside the box. You're gonna hold your charge, aim for the top bar. By the way, those of you that didn't know, the AI GK's weak point is like the highest point, which is like the highest, like the high bar up here, like super high up. If you could like get it within like up there, it'll pretty much go over their heads. And obviously the opposite side of like where they're standing. So if they're on the left side of the goal, the weak spot is on the right side, vice versa. Yeah, I get the point, right? So right here, if I'm outside the box, all you're gonna do is charge your kick, hold right, aim for like the top of the goal box, and shoot. Simple as that. Really easy, nothing too crazy. That's pretty much how you're gonna like do that with curve shot. It's nothing too crazy. There's a couple ways that you could like kind of set yourself up so you don't have to like be like standing there charging your shot. If you jump and charge, I don't know if you guys realize, but you get your power, you get your like entire power back. So while you're in the air charging, you can set up your curve shot, so like this, and then the moment you land, you could hit the let go of the button, hold right or left depending on what curve you want, let go of the button. And yeah, doing that provides a little bit more safety, even though sliding in this game doesn't feel as grounded as it should be. There's a lot of times where people slide you when you're jumping in the air, which is kind of stupid, but it's a little bit more safety than just standing there and like letting them hit you or letting them slide you or hit some like crazy hitbox steal tackle move, right? It's a lot more safety, okay? Next, we have volley shot. So this is a little bit more complex, but once again, not really. The most efficient way I found to use volley shots is by jumping and then doing a ground intercept. So this is how it would look, right? That's pretty much how it would look, okay? You're gonna jump, dive, and then you're gonna ground intercept, right? If you time it correctly, you're not gonna volley too soon. What a too soon volley looks like is pretty much when you completely whiff the ball, okay? But yeah, once you get the timing down, you can pretty much do this consistently, and it's pretty good, right? And when it comes to power, it has some pretty solid power. It's nothing like too crazy. It's not on like the level of curve shot, but it's super strong, and if you use it well, it could really catch player GKs off guard. You can also use this like for passing as well, because the power is once again pretty good. So you could easily use that shit for like crossing, super clears, everything, right? And there's also skills that let you set this up for free, like the celestial touch, for example. You could easily set yourself up with that. All right, and last but not least, we have using your skills. Those of you guys that didn't know this, but you really should know this, the most simple way of scoring is by using your skill. Once again, aim for the GK's weak point, which is the opposite corner that he's at. Some skills have an easier time doing this. For example, sage skills just kind of just negate GK sometimes, not all the time. It kind of depends on where you're at. If you use it from a lot further back, it looks a lot better. If I could give a better example of it, right there you go. That's pretty much a really good example of like say shot being able to just easily aim for like right above like the weak point line that I was talking about. You also have shots like Shido shots, where you could do these shits from really far out, and I mean really far, and as long as you're aiming at the weak point, it's gonna go in. And that's the same for like most of the skill shots. They're just so like when it comes to power, they have a lot of power, bro. So you're really able to cook up with these and actually score from really deep. Okay, so once again, lab your skill shots, especially if you're maining a certain style or you're maining like two styles. My opinion, my suggestions, if I was to recommend a style that you should main, Shido is really good, Sei is really good, normal Isagi is pretty good as well. NEL Isagi's counter shot's pretty good. His normal shot isn't too crazy, especially against player GKs. And Yuki, if you can master that shot, it's a pretty good shot. But overall, Yuki's kit is really mainly good for pace abusing. So yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this guide. Hope you guys find this guide helpful. If you did, be sure to like, comment down below, subscribe. There will be a little bit of clips at the end of the video so you guys can see some examples of what I'm talking about, especially with the skill shots, curve shots. I didn't do any really volley shots because, like I said, they're pretty complicated and they're kind of hard to do in the moment. But you know, with proper practicing and training, you get used to them. You can implement them in your game pretty easily. Okay, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.